All right, today we're going to talk about commands. Commands, you can also call it the imperative mood. If you're ever looking on like a verb chart and you see all the like indicative, subjunctive, conditional, imperative. Imperative is commands. Okay, it's not exactly a tense, but that's getting a little nerdy. So they are commands. So it's telling people what to do. When you want to get somebody to do something, you use a command. Now, depending on who you're talking to, you're going to have to do something different with your verbs. So we'll start with formal commands. Formal commands are the ones you would see when you want to use usted, right? So if you're in a work situation, or like if you're a waiter and you're talking to a table and you want to say, sit down here or follow me, you would use a formal command, something like that. Okay, so if you already know subjunctive, that's great, because formal commands and subjunctive are the exact same spelling of your verbs and same irregularities and everything. If you don't know subjunctive, well, then that's all right. So formal commands, you basically take your verb, you take the yo form in present tense, you drop the o, and you put the opposite ending on. So think yo, drop the o, opposite ending. So for example, if you have a verb like poner, if you want to tell somebody to like set the table, for example, or put something somewhere, use poner, yo form is pongo, you get rid of that o, and then you do an opposite ending. So if it's an ER verb or an AR verb, you put an A, like this. So ER verb, you get an A. If you have an AR verb, it would be an E. Like hablar would be hable, right? So ponga usted su maleta ahí, por favor. Please put your suitcase over there. Comer would change, you go como, and then take the O off, and then coma. Escribir, IR verb, you have, change it to an O, get rid of it, and escriba. So IR verb changes to an A. AR verb changes to an E. Okay? There are some irregular command forms that you got to be aware of. There are 6 really common verbs that are going to be irregular. You have ser, which changes to sea. You have ver, which changes to vea. Dar would become de with an accent. So remember, that gets an accent. Ir would be vaya. Estar would be este with an accent. So make sure you remember that. Saber would be sepa. Okay? Remember, when you have a word that can be either a verb or something else, like a preposition in this case, make sure you put the accent on the verb. The verb will get your accent. Okay? To make it plural, or for ustedes, if you're telling like a group of people to do something, it's the same as your formal commands up here. You just add an N to it. So like poner, singular would be ponga, plural would be pongan with an N. Comer, coman, escribir, escriban, and so forth. And check out the video below, and we will go over the rest of the commands.